The royal speech of His Majesty the King at the opening of the third session of the sixth legislative term called for intensifying efforts to raise levels of food security and natural resources and employ modern technologies, affirming the Kingdom of Bahrain's approach to ensuring food safety and security to achieve a healthier and more sustainable future. More details in this report.
ويطيب لنا على هذا الصعيد أن نعرب عن ارتياحنا للجهد المبذول لرفع مستويات الأمن الغذائي والثروات الطبيعية وفي توظيف التقنيات الحديثة كالذكاء الاصطناعي، ونوجه هنا إلى تكثيف برامجه في القطاعات الحيوية وفق النظم والمعايير اللازمة للارتقاء بعلومه ومعارفه ولتنمية عوائده لتعود بالخير والرفاه على الجميع.
Food security is emerging as a major concern for sustainable development and growth in the Middle East region, which faces major agricultural challenges. The Kingdom of Bahrain has responded to these challenges by developing a national strategy based on enhancing local production and reducing dependence on food imports. The Kingdom of Bahrain's international status in terms of enhancing food security affirms the efforts made and the continuous pursuit of sustainable development that serves the Kingdom and the region. The government, led by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, has made great efforts from all concerned parties in the Kingdom to support the agricultural and fisheries sector, as they are two essential elements in developing food security in the long term. The Kingdom's ranking among the 50 countries in the world in the Global Food Security Index for 2022 is a statement to the Kingdom's development in this sector. Despite the geographical and climatic nature of the Kingdom, work is ongoing to achieve the best levels through the use of modern technologies and artificial intelligence on practices that have contributed to diversifying food supply chains, maintaining subsidized prices for some food items, in addition to imposing an exemption from value-added tax on basic food items.
His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, in his royal speech at the opening of the third session of the sixth legislative term, called for intensifying efforts to raise levels of food security and natural resources and employ modern technologies. We were joined by the Acting Director of Studies and Research at Dirasat, Dr. Omar Al Ubaidli, to speak more about this.
After a series of crises that the region experienced and the world more generally experienced, it became clear to the Kingdom of Bahrain and all the countries in the region that food security is an issue that requires the greatest attention. The crises I was referring to were firstly the COVID-19 pandemic, secondly the Russo-Ukrainian war, and thirdly the current Gaza war unfolding, which has extended to a war with southern Lebanon. In all three cases, the conflict has not just been restricted to the immediate territories, but it's also had a direct effect on supply chains, and this has created pressure on the supply of food to smaller countries like Bahrain, which depend on global supply chains for their food.
His Majesty the King also directed to enhancing the food security file and implement strategies related to artificial intelligence in this regard.
And in the case of, that explains why His Majesty has asserted the importance of paying attention to this dossier in the coming year. Artificial intelligence has been expanding in scope greatly over the last 5 years in particular, and that includes applications that are relevant to food security. Some of these are at the scale of food production directly, such as, for example, using AI to eliminate pests, or using artificial intelligence to improve the productivity of crop selection. But also we see applications of artificial intelligence on the logistics front to improve the efficiency of shipping, of transport. And in all of these cases, His Majesty was referring to his desire to witness Bahrain adopting these new technologies and using them to enhance the kingdom's food security.
The Kingdom of Bahrain speech delivered on behalf of His Majesty the King by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister during the first GCC-EU summit highlighted the fruitful cooperation between the GCC countries and the European Union in various fields, especially in light of geopolitical changes.
The Kingdom of Bahrain speech stressed the great importance of increasing cooperation ties and deepening the strategic partnership between the two sides in order to confront the various challenges facing the countries of the region. The Kingdom of Bahrain participated in the first summit of the Gulf Cooperation Council and the European Union, which was held in the Belgian capital, Brussels. In light of the economic partnership between the two sides, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister affirmed Bahrain's commitment to enhancing discussions on the free trade agreement between the Union and the GCC countries, which will further deepen the trade and investment ties and unlock the enormous potential provided by green and digital transformations. And to achieve security in the world, His Royal Highness stressed the Kingdom of Bahrain's full commitment to the European Union and the Gulf states in building a strategy aimed at raising the level of security cooperation, welcoming in this regard the regional security dialogue between the EU and the GCC. In light of geopolitical changes, the Kingdom of Bahrain's speech highlighted the challenges facing countries, including the increasing impacts of climate change, increasing trade barriers, and rapidly emerging and developing digital technology. In this regard, the Kingdom's speech stressed the importance of a coordinated international effort to direct resources and establish governance mechanisms to achieve a sustainable and effective impact. And to confront the various obstacles that hinder the progress of countries, the Kingdom of Bahrain's speech stressed the need to strengthen partnerships and work under one umbrella in order to build a future characterized by peace and prosperity, in which countries achieve their desired goals by working together.
The representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, Honorary President of the Royal Bahrain Equestrian and Endurance Federation, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, followed the launch of the new season of endurance races 2024-2025, which witnessed the holding of 40 80-kilometer local qualifying races and 100-kilometer international races at the Bahrain International Endurance Village. The races were attended by the Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for the Environment, Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Authority of Rashid Equestrian and Horse Racing Club, and member of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, His Highness Sheikh Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa. The Secretary General of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Ayman bin Tawfiq Al Muayyad, participated in the season's launch in the 40-kilometer qualifying race with the victorious team. The races were also attended by the Minister of Youth Affairs, Mrs. Rawan bint Najib Tawfiqi, and the President of the Bahrain Paralympic Committee, Sheikh Mohammed bin Daija Al Khalifa. On this occasion, His Highness Sheikh Nasser stressed that the wide participation witnessed in the races affirms the successful journey of Bahraini endurance sport and the extent of its wide popularity through the entry of new faces every year with various local stables. His Highness also noted the large participation of the youth which is witnessed in the races, making the youth a key element in the inheritance of this ancient sport. The Chairman of the Supreme Council for Health, Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, attended the 4th National Health Regulatory Authority Conference and Exhibition, which began under the theme Bahrain, a Medical Tourism Destination. The event, organized by the NHRA in collaboration with BDA Conferences, focused on enhancing Bahrain's healthcare sector, medical tourism, and infrastructure. It gathers healthcare experts from around the world to exchange knowledge and best practices. Sessions cover topics like medical tourism, health education, investment, data protection, and medical accreditation. The conference also includes 24 accredited educational hours and an exhibition showcasing services and products. The Minister of Education, Dr. Mohammed bin Mubarak Jum'a, congratulated Bahrain's high school delegation for securing 10 medals at the 10th Gulf Science Olympiad, which covered mathematics, physics, and chemistry. The competition is organized by the Arab Bureau of Education for the Gulf states and hosted by Medina's General Directorate of Education in Saudi Arabia. The competition included the participation from 84 students across the Gulf. The Minister affirmed the Ministry's commitment to nurturing top-performing students by providing specialized training programs and opportunities to compete at regional and international levels. He also commended the Arab Bureau for its initiatives that enhance educational progress within member states. The Olympiad aims to elevate students' scientific expertise, identify outstanding talents in mathematics, physics, and chemistry, and prepare them for success in international competitions through rigorous tests overseen by specialized teams. The Arabian Gulf University has attained a historic achievement by entering the Times Higher Education World University Rankings 2025, becoming the first university based in the Kingdom of Bahrain to obtain this qualification, reflecting the quality of education and scientific research at the university as it was evaluated based on international standards. The Arabian Gulf University was ranked first and only among universities in the Kingdom of Bahrain, 17 among universities in the Gulf Cooperation Council, and 19 among universities in the Arab world. The university's achievement of this global position is a result of the great efforts made by all specialists in the field of scientific research who have dedicated themselves to providing advanced studies and research, while always being keen to adhere to the high standards of quality. The 149th General Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union held in Geneva, Switzerland, concluded amid international acclaim for the Bahraini Parliamentary Division's participation and the positive presence in issues and topics of common interest that focus on the international public interest. The Bahraini Parliamentary Division delegation was keen to present the national and parliamentary visions and enrich the discussions witnessed by the meetings of the standing committees of the Inter-Parliamentary Union. The delegation of the Parliamentary Division contributed to highlighting the achievements and successes of the Kingdom of Bahrain and the development it is witnessing in various topics of interest to parliamentarians, especially with regard to the use of artificial intelligence systems, promoting peaceful coexistence, ensuring human rights, and supporting peace and stability internationally. The 149th General Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union concluded with the Geneva Declaration, in which parliamentarians emphasized the harnessing and regulation of science, technology, and innovation for the benefit of humanity. The declaration stressed the need to bridge the digital divide, protect human rights, and enhance the international cooperation in the field of science, technology, and innovation governance. The Governing Council of the Inter-Parliamentary Union also adopted a new charter on the ethics of science and technology, which emphasizes the role of parliaments in making decisions that highlight the basic ethics of regulating technology. The Parliamentary Division of the Kingdom of Bahrain, represented by member of the Council of Representatives Dr. Mahdi Abdelaziz Al-Sheikh, participated in a workshop entitled Parliamentary Participation in Digital Policy as part of the activities of the General Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union held in Geneva. Al-Sheikh pointed to the vital role of parliaments in formulating laws and legislation that regulate the use of technology and information in a manner that enhances innovation in the digital environment on one hand and guarantees citizens' rights and freedoms on the other. The Telecommunications Regulatory Authority (TRA) of the Kingdom of Bahrain received the Appreciation Award for its efforts in regulatory empowerment during the Leadership and Excellence Awards lead ceremony organized by the South Asia, Middle East, and North Africa Samina Telecommunications Council in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The event was attended by a group of representatives of regulatory bodies in the region, major telecommunications companies, and ICT service providers. The award reflects the TRA's commitment to providing high-quality, world-class telecommunication services in the Kingdom of Bahrain. The honor also contributes to highlighting the outstanding achievements made by the TRA in improving telecommunication services using optical fibers and developing multi-speed networks. The French Embassy in the Kingdom of Bahrain hosted a reception on October the 16th to celebrate Bahrain's outstanding achievements at the Paris 2024 Olympic and Paralympic Games. This came in the presence of a number of sports leaders in Bahrain, including Undersecretary of the Ministry of Cabinet Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Ali Al Khalifa, and the Deputy President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, Sheikh Mohammed bin Daij Al Khalifa, President of the Bahrain Paralympic Committee, and President of the Bahrain Paralympic Committee, Sheikh Mohammed bin Isa Al Khalifa. The event hosted by Ambassador of France to Bahrain, Eric Girard Talmi, highlighted the strong friendship between Bahrain and France, particularly in the field of sports. The event was attended by a number of representatives of key institutions in the sports sector, including His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Ali Al Khalifa, Sheikh Mohammed bin Daij Al Khalifa, and other distinguished athletes. Their presence reflected Bahrain's commitment to supporting excellence and its thriving relations with France.
Now we are so happy and proud tonight to welcome our Bahraini friends from the sport authorities. First of them, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Ali, for the Vice President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, to celebrate together with France, with the French people here, with the French community and the Bahraini community, the victories of Bahrain during the Paris 2024 Olympic and Paralympic Games. This was an extraordinary moment for our two nations, for France, for Bahrain, already cooperating since a long time in sport and having and seeing and living together these extraordinary achievements in the Olympic Games last summer. So tonight we are celebrating another time. We cannot stop celebrating these victories and the record of medals that Bahrain has reached during the Olympic Games. And I would like to extend again all my congratulations to the country, to Bahrain, to the sport authorities in this country, to His Majesty, to the whole leadership of the country for their excellent results.
I congratulate His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa for a historic win in Paris Olympic, and 2 gold and bronze and silver. It's really amazing. It's the first in Arab world. That's a proud moment, all of us, and the celebration today, especially coming from the cricket background, and cricket has been added for the Olympics, and really a bit happy on the Olympic movements, and I congratulate France for hosting Olympics, and it was a good moment today, thanks to His Excellency for this event, for the gathering of successful of Paris Olympics.
I'm the founder of Cycling Bees. It's a women-only riding group. We're the only one in the country. We provide like cycling experience for girls to get comfortable on the bike for the first time and ride among girls only. It's such a lovely event here where we connect with other athletes and other people from the community and tell them what we're doing. And thanks to the French Embassy for actually supporting us and giving us that push.
The U.S. Embassy's Discover America Week 2024 wrapped up with an American classic car show in partnership with Bahrain Classic Cars at the American Chamber of Commerce in Bahrain, AmCham, and Water Garden City. The U.S. Ambassador Stephen C. Bondi inaugurated the car show on Friday, October the 18th at the Water Garden City premises. The car show featured a stunning display of approximately 50 American-made cars and 25 motorcycles. The show offered a nostalgic look at American automotive history while celebrating the enduring impact of U.S. innovation. Discover America Week 2024 explored how American innovation in transportation is creating new opportunities for economic growth in Bahrain and the United States. This year's celebration also marked a significant milestone, the 20th anniversary of the signing of the U.S.-Bahrain Free Trade Agreement, FTA.
We are here at Water Garden City and enjoying the hospitality of the owners and the management in order to put on this classic American car show. Now, the Bahrain Classic Car Club has invited their members, not just from Bahrain, but from other neighboring countries, to bring in some beautiful vehicles. So we are here. This is the final event in Discover America Week, where we at the Embassy are trying to shine a bright spotlight on American innovation and technology in the transportation sector. So that's cars, it's vehicles, it's trucks, it's airplanes, it's boats, and then there's other elements to it, promoting the logistics of trade. So we have had a fabulous week. I think a lot of people have learned about American products in this sector. But I'll tell you, this event is just pure fun. We're seeing some of the classic cars from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and I know there's some newer ones out here as well, and it's just a fun time to come and celebrate American products.